Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Al-Andalus in European of South 4 and the Verita Z42 modern. Well, look at things. Let's get another merchant. We need it. Profitability, that'll be the next. I'm gonna go for the idea. And also, have you noticed, the Byzantines are still getting wrecked. And it's due to insufficient bureaucracy and all. But one thing that I think is gonna definitely happen is... Now, I've already begun planning my next Let's Play. I'm going to play this on speed 1 because it's going to be very bad otherwise, I think. And I think I know exactly why I'm saying this. Yeah, it's already nearly crashed. So, speed 2 it is. And well, I've been playing around with the Byzantines and the regular starts here a little. And I've noticed... Fall of Byzantium modifier was -2 diplomatic relations. Not too bad. Then I looked at the other modifier brought on. 0.2 monthly autonomy. Basically, no matter what policies you really use here, you're gonna have a bad time. Right, look at mine here. I have an empire level government, and I'm at peace, and it's a -0.15 a month. So how the hell are you going to stop the Byzantines? Because you're going to have to expand real fast. Like, centralization ideas might help. But, look at it. It's going to take... No, not centralization ideas. Just whatever improves his autonomy. Like, economic ideas, centralization. That would bring it to a standstill. If you're an empire government rank and you're at peace. It's that difficult. You won't be able to take foreign land and just say, hey... and let the autonomy trickle down over time, you're going to have to do a lot of things to deal with it otherwise. Now, either way, in this year, I'm going to begin fabricating on Oman. I want to get them eaten up very fast. And well, how do I put it? You need 38 cities, or 35 cities, can't remember the exact number, before you actually can get out of the modifier. Which basically means... Let's see, the Byzantines start with a war here against a rather overpowered nation, one that gets a lot of bonuses, but and they have all this here, like northern Greece area. So I'm thinking on the best way to gain provinces is perhaps do certain things, but either way, enough of that. I should instead focus on this. Let's try speed 3 since the game's stable-ish again. And well... the best thing I think I could do in this situation is... Now, I've still got this regency for another 9 or so years. Let's be honest though, this guy isn't too bad. We'll get some progress with techs and things done. It's all good. Though I should focus on my ideas for a little, because I am going to need to make massive progress on them. Especially if I want to get, say, Iberian bazaars and such, and rebuild the Great Mosque. The final idea, build cost, adds a lot of extra stuff for me. Savoy has been elected the Holy Roman Emperor, nice. And to be honest, I might go up against France and Castile over here. So I went with one that doesn't enable wars against anything but holy wars, and I can't get holy wars, see. Which is a bit gutting, because it is a bit annoying. But either way, what I'm going to focus on is... oh my. The Mamluks are now down there, so that's hilarious. So let's see, what is this rebel uprising going to be? Not much. Doesn't seem too dangerous. I should be able to cope with that. So I believe all this is coring, and it is. So basically it's just a matter of time. So I'm progressing pretty slowly. I'll lose some prestige. I've got tons of it right now, to be honest. And Mecca is converting slowly. Medina is gonna Medina. I'm not sure. Is gonna also convert slowly. I could get a trade company too, but should I instead just go for this? I haven't even placed 2 of my merchants. What am I doing with my life? So all that is nice. Okay, where else? Where else? Well, I do own a chunk of the Caribbean, which has been a thing since the start, really. This has been a thing. We transfer it to Sevilla anyway. Then again, in the future I could convert it here and send it over here, but I'm not sure about it. So the next place I'm going to send it to is Basra. So it's all going to Alexandria. That's going to Constantinople. That would go to Palermo, which can only go one way. So this inevitably is not going to actually be too good. So I'm going to have to just collect from it instead. And to be honest, I'll just do that. So the Byzantines have been trashed repeatedly. They have hit bankruptcy, so yeah, I don't think they're going to have a good time. Ever. But there's a whole lot of things I could be doing, really. Like the Byzantine idea. There's also the possibility of going one of the smaller Greek states. And the advantage of the Greek states? Well, how do I put it? Basically all of the Greek states there don't get that modifier. Put simply, only the Byzantines do. And such. And Persia has... This is looking rather messy. But with all of that in this, it does make fighting with them is very difficult, because if you're not very fast, you're going to have massive autonomy and you're just going to collapse, basically. Oh boy, some rose up in Qatar. You bastards. Qatar is the one that I just didn't want to happen, but it happened. So how do I put this? Why is there just one ship here? Okay, you just be that then. I guess I'm going to have to send them around, even if it does mean they might die, but who cares? They only have a small chance of dying. Maybe I should... You know what? I'm going to see what is part of this fleet. I'm going to break off all of the ships apart from the transports. That'll enable the highest speed the transports can achieve. Create new units. So these transports are going to have to go around the entirety of Africa, which is pretty funny. Not really. So these are all the transports, the brigantines. There are no ships in the fleet to be upgraded, just in case. That could slow them down. So you're going to arrive there on the 15th. They're all going there now. You're just going to dock up there in Cadiz. Yeah, I might want to get the, you know... So they had only just finished it. Keck. Actually, I forgot to send... Yeah, oops. That was a mistake, but it's okay. Yeah, I'll get them there. This other island here is also well underway with being a trade capital. So once this guy comes to the throne, Mohammed Nasrid, let's see, 425, so he's pretty decent. Let's see, how much attrition are you already taking? I think too much is a good answer. The main advantage of them going around this all is they'll only be out of range for, like, you know, too long. Salted fish is helping with that. Now it's getting dangerous. So they're going to be going fast. They're covering around 2 tiles a month, which is helpful. They'll get around. I'm confident on that now. Well, is Kilwa invading Zimbabwe? Oh my. Moravi, you have been wrecked. Ouch. Provinces, yay. So, Kurdistan is now effectively a threat. Well, not a threat, but a thing we can invade. Convenient, you all rise up in the most worst... Oh my. Piety. The best thing I can do here is get these two out before they finish the siege up, and then try to take on these combined ones. So let's see. Mamlukians, I don't really feel threatened by them either. These guys got around. And they're being healed already. Because, you know, I have the ability to heal them at sea. And then I'll head up here. I'll bring both armies to bear against the particularists, who are sieging a fort, so I do have a little bit of leeway with them. Probably a month or two. Let's get there, whatever takes you the fastest. The Byzantines are no longer a valid rival, only France is. Let's take France as one then. So I've got all of that. Which means I now have to fabricate claims on them, so that's a bit gutting, but... Let's fabricate on Kalinikos, or whatever this is called. Now, I could go for the next idea and get the next unit, and I think that's what I'll have to do. Now, 40,000 versus 22,000 isn't exactly fair, but who said we're out here for a fair fight anyway? And I actually have a lot less morale and such, so that could have probably been a nice victory anyway, but doesn't hurt to be safe, does it? Actually, I forgot to go and see Jack. You go and do that quickly before they get out. Mamluks are now at a threat. So the more piety I get, the faster these things are all going to happen. Now, Derna is not going to be ever converted, because things. But, either way, impose new tariff or this. Let's take the mercantilism, it helps. Infantry cost, that could get me more money, that would be lovely. So how do I put this then? Because it looks like the Byzantines are just going to collapse into a mess of what could have been a great empire and a very worthy adversary, but nope, they just went. Just gone. Didn't take very much, it just they just went. But either way, the Regency is lasting a lot longer than I'd wish, mainly because I don't want to go much higher speed. So let's go to speed 4 anyway. And diplomatic rank, that's being bothersome. So I'm going to keep on going down the domestic market route, provincial trade power things. More taxes is good. And that is land attrition, so either way, I've had some really close calls, but I'm not sure if this campaign will come to an end or not, since I'm probably the most developed nation in the world since the Byzantines have recently gone downhill. And the Byzantines I were expecting to be my final opponent of this campaign. See, Mecklenburg now is ironically the strongest. And they only have 21,000, I could easily steamroll them, as well as some of the other strong powers that remain. Russia has become a thing. This is Mecklenburg. And they're stronger than this, because of the autonomy. The autonomy is this, it's messed these guys up. Look. Insufficient bureaucracy. They've got peace and a courthouse there, and it's still not working. If they had centralization, even then it would still increase the autonomy. So, there's effectively no way to get past it if you have it. If you have it, you're going to have a bad time. And the exact same applies to the Byzantine modifier at the start that I'll be dealing with at the start. See, what my plan is, because they start with 18, so you only need to get 20, I believe, and you have quite a few cores in Asia Minor. So what I think I could do is perhaps aim to quickly deal with other powers, not the Osman, because they're stupid strong, and just aim to quickly gobble up enough cores to get past it. I'll activate the bureaucracy policy since the very start to deal with that, but now that I understand that basically you have that on, you do not die. Like my national value at the moment is I could accept more no, this is the wrong one. This is the one I want. Now look at this. My governance ability, which is in the 300s. So I could easily hold a very big empire. And I have 177 provinces. So I've got a significant chunk available. And to be honest, I should get this. Centralization, it would help overall. I could also take military advancement to get forced march, but forced march isn't too important, in my opinion. Well, it could easily make a few critical victories very easy to grab. Those are the Mamluks, wasn't it? So, here we have a whole bunch of Mamluks. Why are you still on that island? Get the hell off that. And go and kill some Mamluks. So he's on route to there. So 8th of October, that could have been avoided a lot more easily if I had had him in Qatar. So these Mamluks are going to have to die, all of them. Oh yeah, there's a horde here at the start, isn't there? Okay, I can't pause the game apparently. Okay, I'll just do this then. So either way, approaching 20 minutes now. Hopefully I'm in a good way. Not sure if I am, but I hope I am. Centralization has just been achieved on an autosave, because, you know, autosaves love appearing. So, I'm just clearing out the stacks before I siege the provinces back. The fort could, you know, do it themselves, but they're lazy bastards, you know. Let's get flintlock musket, get some new units. So basically I'm going further along this route. These are slightly more new model, or this. These are more offensive. I'll go with the more offensive option here. A general just died. Bit gutting, but gotta deal with it. And, there's a lot of options I could really go with, isn't there? Could try and play as the Byzantines, reclaim the empire and such. Could perhaps go for the Latin Empire as one of the two southern Catholic states, couldn't I? Then again, there's even more options than that, isn't there? Like, for example, I could go as the Osman, but I think I played way too many Muslim nations as of recently. Like, I should probably play as, say, something else. Maybe balance it out a little, eh? Wait, what's this religion up here? Slavic paganism. What? Apparently that is a thing. Fort defense, yeah, not really what I want. But either way, that's the end of this for now. I'll be back next time. Hopefully we'll be able to advance through this, get all of that cut off, perhaps reduce the Byzantines to an even smaller state. Though eventually, I would imagine their insufficient bureaucracy is going to stop. They've got out of bankruptcy. Now, I'm not sure how much further... Now, I'm not sure how it works, but if you lose provinces, I'd assume it would push you back closer to a sufficient bureaucracy. So maybe eventually they'll begin becoming quite powerful again. Perhaps when I've cut all this off and they've lost all that, they'll become powerful again, begin retaking things in the west. Perhaps beginning a renaissance or recovery period of some sorts for them. Either way, I'll let that happen. Not really bothered by it. Either way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.